Sup? It muted the secondary mic this time. Fucking gotta make sure that happens. That's some dumb shit. Okay, the final test. The test. Final revelation. Just my webcam, god damn it. Okay. I don't really have anything to say. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Oh yeah, didn't stream today, obviously. It's my fault this time. I slept almost all day. I was going to wind down with a game, and instead of winding down, it kept me up until 4 in the morning. So it's entirely my fault, and I have to take full credit for that one. But nobody cares. Nobody would have been there anyway. So regardless, let's jump right into it. What the hell is going on here? There we go. Highly recommend you play the prequels. Stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you played the first 2 titles, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examinations left off. I'd like to urge you to go and play the test, followed by the test hypothesis rising, now before venturing forward. And follow the instructions listed throughout the games, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were designed to be taken. Would you like to close this game now? This opportunity? No, I do not. I've already played them. Well then, let's continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty, and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you've misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. I didn't read that. What? When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through, your heart will forever be my home. When the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you've rescued me from my hell. Yeah, hit me with some slam poetry before we begin. I like it. But okay. If that's how we're gonna do things. It's both of the sprites from before. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and every droplet of my soul, I swear to you. We are going to find a way out of here. Oh, we're starting off confused. That's pretty neat. My laptop fan's going overdrive, so that's nice. Ooh, a new one. Ah, Destiny. You look familiar. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely I've been watching you. Studying every breath and move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul, and make you eat your feelings whole. Are we rhyming this whole thing? I swear that's gonna get old. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To to be as honest as you can, to take angel's wing or devil's hand, and in the end we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul it is burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss if your answers lack the guidance of truth, and your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Whatever, let's go. Now let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yes. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Yes. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Yes. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? No. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yes. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Afraid wouldn't be the right word, I wouldn't say. But the uncertainty of my future does give me pause. But afraid is not really what I'm going for. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I try damn hard. I hope I succeed. I'm going to go with yes, pragmatically. Are you afraid of death? No. Afraid of what might come after death? I don't believe anything comes after death, so no. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Not particularly, no. But I'm here, and I'm going to make it everybody else's problem as long as I have to. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Yeah? You ever feel like a burden? No. I rely on myself, thank you very damn much. I burden myself, but I'm not a burden to others, so it's a burden I can bear. You ever felt left out? Yes. Most of my life. You ever felt like a failure? Yes. Most of my life. You ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yes. For several years. I used to be a very cute kid. I really was. Have you ever worked yourself sick? No. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? All the time. You afraid to ask for help? No, I just don't need it. I have a pretty good grasp on where I'm at. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Yeah. You ever feel judged by your friends or family? Yes. You ever wonder what your purpose in life is? No. My purpose in life is to find a purpose to my life. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Yes. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? I'm not sure how you constitute many, but I have many things that I regret, in my opinions. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Sometimes, yeah. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No. I also don't do it very often, but no. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked, even though you're certain that you've already locked them? Yes. Because I am an idiot and I have the memory of a goldfish. You ever feel like life is moving too slow? Sometimes, yeah. You ever feel like life is moving too fast? Sometimes, yeah. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. But it can drive me crazy if prolonged over a several-month period. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I try to be. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't, but I try to be. Do you consider yourself to be superficial? No. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Yeah, but I keep it inside. I don't keep my judgments into my actions or my furthering of the relationship I have with other people, but I make judgments on everything at all times, regardless of circumstance. So, yeah, I would have to say so. Consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. I'm not very difficult to take care of, I guess. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Yes. Have you ever been a bully to somebody? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area. I don't make a conscious effort to. I don't like being noticed by a lot of others in a crowded area. I don't like attention. I don't like being the center of attention. But I don't actively try to keep a low profile. I just go about my day and just hope that I don't. But I'm going to say no. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? No. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? No. Provided they care about me too. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Depending on who I'm calling. If I'm calling my boss, one of my many bosses, yeah. In general, they don't, though. It's just phone calls to people who could ruin my life at the drop of a hat. I think that would make anybody uncomfortable. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? No. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? Sometimes, depending on what I'm planning on doing. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Yes. God, it hurts. Do you ever fear that you're failing those who care about you most? No. I don't believe people care about me, so. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? No. I know what I'm doing. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? No, I would just really much prefer to not be alone. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? When I was a kid, I had a blanket, and then I had a stuffed animal. So I think that counts, yeah. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Some animals, yeah. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? It's rare that they do, but yeah. You ever feel like you push your loved ones away? No. Don't you me? I'm going to have to stop you here. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest with your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Pictures. Tell me what emotional response they bring out. We're going to do these now, okay? Which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Looks like an explosion in a Final Fantasy game. I'm not really good with finding emotions in a picture. Chaos, because it looks like an explosion. Best describes the picture. Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic, beautiful. It's a bit too uniform to be manic, I wouldn't say. Chaotic wouldn't really work either, but it's better to go with that one, I think. I think this picture is cold. I don't think it's Celestial Stare, but I like that. Chaotic crystals? They do kind of look like crystals. It does kind of look like a portal. Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Would I say numbness or depression for this one? I'm gonna go with numbness. What word would you best describe the picture? I would say abyss. What do you think it's called? Corruption ray, birthing, blazing soul, destroyer of sense, darkness within. I wouldn't think darkness within would be the one. I don't know, I don't think any of those really fit it, but it's just my opinion, I suppose. Next we have this one. What emotion do you think is present in this picture? I don't think it's anger, but it really fucking pops, I'd say. What word do you feel best describes the picture? Mirrored. Is it mirrored? Because that is what I thought it was. You think the picture is called The Vault, the Datachron. The Holocrons. I see you. I see you, I like that. Reflection of the universe? Doesn't look very cosmic. Shattered worlds, I guess? Noted. Take a look at this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Looks like gates and a flashing light. I don't feel much from it at all. I'm trying to interpret what the person who made it feels, but I'm not really feeling anything from it. Because that's kind of just how I view art, mostly. Doesn't really evoke much in me. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Gateway, staircase, heavenly, unknown, vast, open. I mean, I did describe it as a gate, so... What do you think it's called? Light at the end of the tunnel? It's not a tunnel, but people can name things however they want, I guess. The porthole. Dimension door. Stairway to heaven. Because of the song, that's what I'm going to choose. That's peculiar. I am strange, yeah. How about this one? What emotion do you feel is present in this one? I'm gonna say depression. What word do you feel describes it best? I would say abyssal. It looks like you're falling into it, especially the more you look at it. What do you think it's called? Nest of darkness, abyssal gaze, shrouded misery, energy crown of darkness forming. I don't know why it would be a gaze. Kinda does look like branches a little bit. If you don't see it as a hole and you see it as just a flat thing, it does kinda look like a nest from above. Let's go with nest. I'm sure you will, Destiny. I'm sure you will make note of that. And it is here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? It looks pretty chaotic to me. Best describes the picture. Prismatic or mask? It does look kind of like mask to me. Though I couldn't really describe why. It looks like an Egyptian sarcophagus head. I think it's called Mind's Eye, Forest of Death, The Masking, Eye of Chaos, and a shining light. I'll go with Mind's Eye. Now, this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? That looks kind of spontaneous. Let's see, joy or chaos? Doesn't look very chaotic. It looks very thought out and intentional. Planetary, glide, bosoms, wings, feathers, heavenly. It does look like a collision now that I look at it. You think it's called growth seed, Mother Nature's gift, forming Earth. We meet again, angelic touch. Oh, he said the same thing I did. How about this? What emotion do you think is present in this picture? I don't know if I would attribute anger to a picture, but that looks the most angry out of all of them. What word do you feel describes the picture best? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shadow, fault. I would say fire, so... I think of volcano and brimstone. I'm thinking around the same line, but I'm not thinking of the fire itself. Fury. What do you think it's called? Arcing blaze. The world breaks. Inferno gate. The shattering. Rage incarnate. Well, it did say fire. Let's go Inferno gate. Interesting that I say that. Is that right? How about this one? What emotion do you think is present in this one? We go with numbness. What word do you feel describes the picture best? Cyborg veil, information, analyzing, monitoring, futuristic. It doesn't look to be analyzing as much as it is monitoring, so I'm going to go with that one. What do you think it's called? The Datasphere. Thought-provoked, incubation of dreams, matrix watcher, and life projector. I'll go with the watcher one. I will make note of that. Now this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Go with chaos. Go with warp. I think it's called Birthplace of Dreams, Monolith Heart, Endless Sea, Going Down, Ultraviolet. I would have named it something to do with a cocoon, but that's just me. I'm going to go with ultraviolet. Interesting. Take a look at this. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? That's a chaos if I've ever seen one. Data broken, disfigured, anarchy, puzzle. I would say broken. Looks like it was like shattered glass or something. What do you think it's called? Deciphering the I broke you, the Crystalverse. The Crystalverse. It's the Spider-Verse 2.0, the Crystalverse. Huh. We're almost done now. What emotion do you feel is most present in this one? Go with numbness. What word? After I've seen slime and viscous, those are the only ones that I could put here. I'm gonna go with viscous over slime. I think it's called the Jowls of Death, Planet Cradle, Planet Forming, Dark Lights, and the Sludge. Go with Planet Cradle. Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I don't find it relaxing or numbing. Doesn't seem like those are the ones, but I wouldn't attribute any of these more raw emotions to it. Let's go with numb, I guess. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Crown, sword, laser, starlight, eclipse, solstice. It looks like a fork, more than anything. Like a spear or a trident, more than a sword. Go with crown. What do you think it's called? Sonic Boom. Red Angel. Solar Blade. Yo, that is metal as hell. Solar Blade. Broken Seal. Disintegration Chamber. Goddamn. Can't fucking read. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Red Angel. Alright then. Just a few more. What emotion do you feel is present in this one? I would attribute a sadness to it, so I guess I'll go with depression. What would you describe this picture? What describes it best? God damn it. Cosmic, sphere, eye, beauty, pearl, and gorgeous. I'm gonna go with pearl. What do you think it's called? Spiral world, marble of time, formless being, higher intelligence, or planar core. The marble of time. That's surprising. Almost finished. You said that earlier. What emotion do you feel is most present in this one? Numbness? What would you feel describes this best? Gaseous, chaos, warped, wave, nebula, jungle. What do you think this picture is called? Vaporous forms, light breaking, soulless space, leaves up close, or verdant path. I think I'll go with vaporous forms. Very good. Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I'm gonna go with relaxation on this one. What would you feel best describes this picture? Music. Huh. When I see the word music when I'm looking at this, it makes sense, but I don't know why. Makes more sense than the other ones, I guess. What do you think it's called? The sound of silence. Empty world, warp tunnel, notes of harmony. The static field. I'm gonna go with the music field. We're gonna go with notes of harmony. I think that about wraps it up. Cool. That's good. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that you have yet to mend. that have yet to be met. I can't fucking read, goddammit. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. AA, you give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just brought a present for them out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves and they feel like it was their ticket. How does that make you feel? Angry, they should share the prize. Jealous, I regret buying them a ticket. Happy, good for them, I'm glad they won. Indifferent, that's the way life goes sometimes. I mean, indifferent, it's just like, good for you, I guess, but I don't really care. I gave it to them, it is theirs, so indifferent. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal the ticket? No. Destroy their ticket so no one gets it? That's just fucking evil. Get them killed so I inherit the money? God damn. Let them be happy with their winnings. Yeah, Jesus. I'm not that much of an asshole, game. Jesus. Alright. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? No. No, I wouldn't. I would invest it. I see. Now you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note. Only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared, there's blood in there. Anxious, what if someone comes for the money? Excited, I'm about to be rich. Indifferent, not my business. None of these, really. I would be more confused than anything. Anxious, I guess. What would you wish to do in this situation? Grab it, run back to the car, take as much money as I could and leave the rest. Call the police and let them know about the suitcase, leave the suitcase alone and move along. I would probably call the authorities. I am a very money-motivated person, but there's a bloody note with that money, okay? And there's nobody else around. I'm very confused and cautious. I'm going to go ahead and let the authorities know about it. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decisions at all? Yeah, probably. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night. We're already... Okay. While you're alone and just about to fall asleep. He tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet, so how does this make you feel? Scared, the devil is in my room. Suspicious, I don't think the devil truly exists. I don't know if that would be suspicious, but, you know, I don't believe the devil truly exists. Intrigued, wonder what he's willing to offer me. Angry, I want him out now. I would be both suspicious and intrigued. I'm gonna go with suspicious, though. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you that of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and power in the world. You'll never age, but you still die from physical injury. You can bring one person back from the dead. I don't really care if I age or not. As sad as I am about people who have passed, I wouldn't want to bring somebody back from the dead, I don't think. All the wealth and power in the world. It doesn't really suit me. But thinking of all I can do with that. Thinking of all the good I can do with all the money and power in the world. Go with that. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept in exchange for eternal damnation? Now that depends on what kind of deal it is. I'm not exactly eager to get rid of my soul, you know. I don't know, it depends on what it is. I'm sure he could offer me something I would want. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. Ooh, an apocalypse scenario. I love fantasizing about those. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill in turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does that make you feel? There's probably about 5 of them, so that that tracks, I guess. Incredibly sad. I don't want to see the world end. Excited, I've always fantasized about it. Wouldn't be excited about it. Scared, I don't know if I can survive for long. Indifferent, this is life now. God damn. I don't know about any of these. I would feel determined to keep everybody safe. That's what I would feel. Incredibly sad. I don't want the world to end. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yeah. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. I don't know anything about that kind of situation. I've never been in a situation like that. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position you were promised. Oh, I don't know that situation either. Oh, that one doesn't twist the nips. Oh, that one. Ooh, I don't know that one. Ooh. Your boss essentially tells you to tough luck, and then maybe one day you'll get the position and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Angry, I was promised that promotion. Jealous, that promotion should have been mine. Betrayed, I can't trust my own employer. Indifferent, everything happens for a reason. I'd feel betrayed, probably. I'd feel betrayed. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape. Is it going to ask me if I want to blackmail or sue? Such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you do in this situation? Threaten to report my boss, quit my job and look for a new employment. Sabotage the new employee to get them fired. Nothing you win, some you lose some. I'd quit and look for new employment. It's like if I'm promised a promotion after several years and then they just kick me to the curb, I'll quit my job and look for new employment. Well, actually, I would look for new employment and then I'd quit my job. I don't know if it's going to if anybody would think to stipulate that, but you know, when I'm swinging from branch to branch, I'm gonna grab the next one before I let go of the one that I'm using to support myself. The roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving. Would you accept the position? No. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. I mean, the community area is right outside my window, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They have their face and hands pressed against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight to the other side of the house. Around the other side of the house. What does it make you feel? Well, this is assuming that we're in a house and not an apartment complex where, you know, people are just outside of my window sometimes. Scared, where did it go? Anxious, I don't know what's about to happen. Secure, I'm ready to handle whatever's coming. Protective, I need my family to be okay. Well, I'm on my own, so I don't need to feel protective of anything. Secure, just grab my BD stick. Lock the doors, call the police, grab the nearest weapon in the house and prepare myself. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. Run around the house and go to the neighbors. Run out of the house and go to the neighbors. Grab the nearest weapon. And then call the police. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? No. No, I would feel a lot more confident in my weapon grabbing than my police calling out of the two answers that I would have chosen. Going to present you now with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. Well, that's already pretty unrealistic. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce to you some grave news. Turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that is still currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half of a year from now you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You'll need to be kept alive on a feeding tube that you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. You will just be kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. I wouldn't want to live like that. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Pull that plug. That would be fucking awful. That would be literal fucking torture. Pull the plug. Let me die. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Spending it with friends and family? Pursuing all the dreams I hadn't yet accomplished? I don't know, I'm already kind of doing that a little bit. Make the world a better place while I can. Wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. I mean, I probably do a wide mixture of all of these things. To be perfectly honest. I would always have that self-pity and probably want to die in the back of my head. Like, oh my god, 6 months and then I'll be paralyzed for the rest of, my life. Or die. Be pretty fucking harrowing scenario to go through. I would want to spend it with my friends, and I'd probably let my family know. So I'd have to spend some time with them, I guess. Pursuing all of the dreams I hadn't accomplished. Making the world a better place. Those are both really good things that I would try to do, yeah. I'm going to go with the dreams. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? It doesn't really change anything for me. I already knew that. And I feel god-awful for the people who go through that. But having the possibility of it reintroduced into my brain doesn't really change anything. I already knew that. You have a pet dog who you've raised since its birth. 3 years have passed and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it and it's your own child. And one day it runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal into the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes and you still haven't heard any trace of your four-legged friend. Till one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside and find your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out in his front yard joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and they both seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog. He excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when he was just a boy about your age. And I was just a boy about your age, but he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Come to find out your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple months prior to finding your dog. The dementia has caused him to believe that your dog Johnny is his old dog from his childhood, coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after. Telling the old man that it isn't really his dog, it's your dog, would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily and play to go for walks? 80-year-old with dementia. And his happiness. Or my own happiness. If I really care about my dog, I want the dog to have the best care that it can. And this dude's 80 with dementia. So I would care too much about my dog to let some 80-year-old dude with dementia try to take care of it. So I would take the dog with me. Does the story make you sad at all? This is somewhat. You're kind of tugging on my heartstrings with his, the loss of his wife and this, that, and the other thing. You imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again. I think I can, yeah. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer. That's one hell of a starter. You fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife, as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill anyone in the future and potentially save lives in the process. Or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? Well, my friends and family, as much as I care about them, they probably don't care that much about me. It'd probably be better for them to just mourn and move on. But I could save lives. They could save people from suffering my fate, so I would hunt the killer. Do you think you have what it takes inside you to drive your killer insane and push them over the edge? Yes. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? No. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? I wouldn't want to choose that situation for somebody else. What right do I have to choose what they do? They told me that with the friends and family, it would be a benefit to the friends and family, and I wouldn't want them to be stuck in the afterlife just for my benefit. And I would hope that they would want to save the lives of the other potential victims. But I wouldn't want to make that decision for somebody else. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did because I rationalized it the way I felt that it should be done. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as if you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. Is this like a 51st Dates thing? They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over again. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is entirely wiped. Your loved ones have made a video for you and let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue the progress of your life even though you won't have any recollection of it. Or you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over again, living in ignorant bliss. Which would you choose to do? Probably wouldn't do any. I would probably my depression would probably kick in harder than ever before, and I probably wouldn't make it through that. But the show is much more logical. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years even though they felt like it was for your own good? Yes. Especially if somebody gave my family a fucking say in that. Your best friend was in this situation. Would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat every single day? I'd make a video for them, sure, but I would be there for them the entire fucking time. Because I care about my friends. Take note of your answer. Through frantic digging in the attic, reading old files and newspaper articles, you've come to find your parents are famed psychologists. Bullshit! Bullshit! I've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. Okay. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event that the loss of their parents once the trace had worn off and they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising the child to be a fully functional adult, while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your would-be parents? This is so bullshit. I can't even put myself in this scenario because it's such bullshit. You know, they were trying to help, so these hypothetical would-be parents in this dumb bullshit scenario, I would not resent them for. Would you be grateful that you gave you a second chance of life? That's what I just said, yeah. Would you feel betrayed? Yeah. Would you confront them about the articles? Yeah. You were in their position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? Yeah. Interesting. And one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone. All that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their path in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive the harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight. In order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders. It only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold, a hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? They kicked me out, fuck them. You could choose to tell only some of the soldiers about your bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you. Would you do it? Yeah. I would want to help others, but fuck the people who fucked me over. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Sharing and compassion, obviously. If you were the leader of a colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight. That person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker they refused to share with you in the colony. Would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? You know, I fucked them over. If they ended up good, they ended up good. They're not mine anymore. I fucked them over, and they made it good afterwards. Good on them. It's not really my business anymore. That wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. Choice here, choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas about from what I... Words. Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is it your conscience of vice? Or is your conscience of vice? I do have a conscience. In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most, or be abandoned by the person you love most? I'm not the one... I wouldn't abandon somebody, no. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything but wanted, but didn't necessarily care about you? Friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you. Stronger bond. I want people to care about me, damn it. Would you rather find $10,000 and keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? That's assuming that I have 3 friends. And that I would give anything to my family. So it's 10,000 or 5,000, but 3 other people benefit. It's still thousands of dollars, so... Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? How would you have no way of proving it? I'm not a person who would cheat. I just wouldn't cheat, so... The other option, I guess. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor but live an honest life? That one shouldn't be hard. It really shouldn't. But what I would do after I got rich would make a world of difference. The weight on my soul is not as important as the good that I can do. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? As much as I love animals, I love people more. And I have a closer connection to my closest family member than I ever had to a pet. So I'm sorry, pet. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? If I'm firing somebody, it's because they do a horrible job. And I'd certainly support them in their time of need, but... Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? We're assuming that this is consensual, and step-siblings aren't actually related. You know, that's why there's a whole porn category of it. So one of them is immoral, because you're betraying your best friend, and the other one is just socially taboo. So I'm going to go with the one that's least icky, going with the step-sibling. You either save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers to let your best friend die. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a really fucking tough one. Ooh. I have such a value on human life. The 1,000 to 1 shouldn't be so hard to choose. But the people that I care about, that I surround myself with, I care about them so much more than I care about other people. I pressed the down arrow. What the fuck? Fate chose for me, I guess. It's hard to make the decision anyway, but I don't think I would have saved the 1,000. Ooh. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? Rescue a starving child. I can pay for my food just fine, thank you. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor but with family? Well, with my family... You know... Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy, but have to destroy the money immediately after? So, just fuck somebody over. For no reason or gain to anybody else, just fuck somebody over. Or not be able to eat if I didn't steal. Both kind of suck, but I'm not morally bankrupt just to fuck somebody over for no reason. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? I would probably serve 4 years. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? Above. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life, or have to have sex every day in order to survive? Assuming that I have somebody to regularly have sex with, I would kind of want that anyway. I just wouldn't want to have to be forced into it or die. Probably take some of the fun out of it. And since I kind of lived the forever alone lifestyle without anybody, I would probably just die. Never have sex again would probably be the one. If I say never have sex again, that just means that I don't die the next day. Because I also never had sex again in that scenario. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? I have never been addicted to either, but I have recovered from hardcore drugs and alcohol. And I am perfectly clean now. And I plan on keeping it that way. I would not be an alcoholic for the rest of my life now. Full recovery. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you? Or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? Let's see. Live to be 70 and be buried before the people who don't care. Or outlive the people who don't care that I just happen to care about. Live for 200 years. There's so much potential good that I could do in that amount of time. And even though I hate being alive and I hate life in general, I would want to live past 70. I also probably won't live past 30 with the amount of caffeine that I consume on a daily basis, but I'd have to take the 200 years and the pain that would bring me. Would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? And I have more friends than I do parents. And my parents in particular, one of them I wouldn't mourn and the other one's almost dead anyway. God, saying that out loud, trying to rationalize this, that fucking hurts the soul, damn it. Both of my parents. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? Well, you can get acknowledged for work that you didn't do and then, just point out that you didn't do it. Everything comes out in the wash and everything's good to go. But working hard with no recognition kind of would beat you down over a long period of time, and it would probably weigh on you forever. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? I don't know how many nuns you've met, but I don't think a nun could punch very hard. And I can assure you that I have taken much worse hits than a nun could dish out. Would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year, or lose all the memories you gained this year? Memories. If I lost all the money I earned this year, then I would have lost the money that I used to pay rent. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20, or immediately win 10? The possibility of double the money would definitely get me there. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? When. So I could prepare and get as much done as I could before then. Would you rather be blind but be able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? So be permanently disabled in one way or the other, but have a loophole. But have a loophole for one. So I would do blind except for underwater. Would you rather give up all internet and social media, but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best internet in the world for free but never leave your house? The best internet and never leave home. Because if I never leave home, that means that I don't have to pay for the home, because I would have to leave the home to get money to pay for it. So this is assuming that I don't have to leave the home ever. So, have the best internet. God damn it, of course I fucking would. If I gave up all social media, I'd have to give up YouTube, and it's the only thing that keeps me sane. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals, or walk barefoot through a pitch-black, snake-infested corridor? How long is the bed of coals, and how long is the corridor? I have very thick bottoms of my feet. I have walked on very hot and very rough terrain barefoot before. I could handle either of them, but like I wouldn't want to get bit by snakes. Because, you know, venom would kill me, and coals are just minor pains for, well, minor to severe pains. It would ramp up in difficulty. But also your nerve endings would be burnt off, so it would probably just be a stagnant amount of not very horrendous pain, but it would not be fun. It would not be fun. Hot coals. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner in charge of killing them? The one who doesn't do the murder, but is the reason behind the murder. Or the one who's not at fault, but just does what needs to be done in the end. I wouldn't want to have that much authority. I wouldn't want to have to choose somebody to die or not die. You would become emotionally detached to the job. That it would just be your job. You just do what you were told was right. And you just execute the simple command just over and over again as need be. I would much rather do that than have to decide whether somebody lives or dies. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? I mean, I already have bad luck. I'd rather be haunted by a demon seeking possession. I have a pretty strong will, thank you very damn much. You're right, demons ain't gonna get me, ya wanker. You'd rather be married to somebody incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive. Someone who doesn't care about me, or someone who does care about me. I would go with the one who cares about me. You know, people form bonds in relationships for more than just looks, you know. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise, or a low-paying job that you love doing? Probably a low-paying job that I love doing, to be perfectly clear. Because working a job that I hate, I very much would love to instead be working a job I love. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? Is this a daily thing, like walking home from work? Or you're just teleported however many miles away? Those kilometers. 4 kilometers. Okay. I haven't had to walk all of that far in one go, but I could certainly manage it. So this is just a one-time thing, you're just teleported that far away. You have to be naked or clothed. I would rather go for the physical exercise, more exercise, and not being inconvenienced by being completely fucking naked. I also live in a very busy area. I would not be able to get away with being naked. I would get arrested. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 at a public toilet? $5 or $100? That's $100. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? I haven't read a book in well over a year. I give up books for movies, I think. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything, or 2 hours early to everything? You can adjust your schedule. You can adjust your schedule. And adjusting by a mere 20 minutes is significantly easier than adjusting by 2 hours. Would you rather find a dead body or be a witness to a deadly assault? Be a witness, meaning that I don't actually step in and try to help somebody. I just witnessed it. I think I would rather find a dead body, rather than the guilt of not stopping that. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds for you? Ooh. Because, I kind of like where I've ended up, and I kind of like my future prospects. I wouldn't want to erase all of the good to change some bad, but there have been some really bad things that I would want to change. I don't really care much about looking into the future, to be perfectly honest. I think I would change my past. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre ones? Great friend. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose one day off your life every time you kiss somebody? I could get dentures. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? My worst enemy! As if I have worst enemies. I just have a general overall distaste aimed my way from the people of the world. I don't have worst enemies. But assuming that I had one, it's just like somebody wins or nobody wins. It doesn't really matter to me. If they won the lottery, I wouldn't have to deal with them anymore because they'd be busy being rich. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? True love. Because somebody would care about me. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? Fix your mistakes. Be able to do anything at any time without being stopped. You never have to worry about a deadline. I think I would have a pause button. Because I could pause, and then I could get some good fucking sleep without having to worry about an alarm. I sleep however long I need to, and then I can use the entire 24 hours of the day to do whatever I want to do. I would spend all of my sleep time, outside of space and time. Genius. I've chose the right one. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Which one would be over faster? Boiled, I guess, because I think that would be faster. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have any friends again? Make a new friend every day. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? My family. Ooh. We're not talking about my friends. We're talking about my family. Probably sacrifice my life. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about but they'll never find out it was you? I mean, you could prove your innocence. And if they still refused to believe you, then they didn't care enough about you to give you the benefit of the doubt or to look at reason and evidence, make new friends. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Yeah, I'm not doing the STDs, thank you. I don't have enemies, so... As awkward as that may be, I don't want no STD. Would you rather only eat food that you don't like or give up all liquids except for water? I love food, so we're going to give up all liquids except for water. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? Lowest volume. Would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? I'd probably want to meet the hero. I don't have heroes, so it doesn't really matter one way or the other which way I answer this. But if my hero didn't like me, that would kind of suck, but nobody likes me, so it doesn't really change anything. If I have a hero, I would like to meet them. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life or never have friends? Never have pets. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life or live pain-free but everyone you know and love will have excruciating pain? I'd rather live in excruciating pain. Thank you for answering my questions, but we're not done yet. Of course we're fucking not. We have made it through many categories except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heart quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want you to expel the truth from yourself. I want you to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn all of your love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. These are the last questions I have, the last examination. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment dearly. For when I am finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. You ever lie to those who are close to you? I don't lie very... I can't even remember the last time that I lied. I just don't lie. You ever hurt anyone whom you've known didn't deserve it? Back in the day, I was not a good person. I have to say yes. You ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yes. I have a very short temper. It's very easy to lose my temper. You ever intentionally hurt an animal? No. You ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No. You ever abandoned a pet? No. You ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? No. You ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? I know that I've stolen pens. I am a notorious pen thief. I think I stole this one from my mom. And I think she really liked it, so I'm going to count that as a yes. You ever broken something despite someone that you cared about? I don't think so. Nothing's coming to mind. You ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? No. I've had people do that to me, and it got me in a lot of trouble, but I've never done that, no. You ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? I have, yeah, but I didn't pursue that. I just pushed it out of my mind. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? Yeah, I have. You ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? I can think of a few choice people out there in the world who might deserve something of the sort. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? Yeah. You ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? No. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? I mean, I do worry a lot about things I can't control, but I don't know if I regret it. Huh. No, it's just a natural part of how my mind works. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? Yes. I've been told on a semi-consistent basis that that's what it does. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? No, I stand up for myself every time I feel like it. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision-making too much? No. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? I wish that past me did, but I live a pretty honest life now. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Not that I know of, but I'm not a psychic. Have you ever had someone leave your life because you had the chance to tell them something important? Before you had the chance to tell them something important? Yes, I didn't get to say goodbye to my grandpa before he died. That kind of weighs on my soul a little bit. I expected to be able to talk to him again the next week, but he was dead. I don't even think I said I love you on that last phone call. And of course I've had friends and potential relationships that I just never said before they moved away or I moved away. Which I'm pretty sure that's what they're actually talking about, but that's the first thing that came to mind, though. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? Sometimes, when I think really low about the people around me. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? No. People don't need me. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? No. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? I don't think I have much potential, but I'm not really living up to anything, to be perfectly clear. Perfectly honest, goddammit. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? No. You ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? No. You ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? Yes. Many times. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? No. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? No. I do that in moderation. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No. No. Not at all. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? No. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event because you're just telling the person you invited that you don't want to go? No. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? Yeah. Though it's kind of just a side effect of the situations that I'm in. My friends and family all have lives on their own. My friends have families of their own. My friends have relationships that they're in. I don't spend a whole lot of time with my friends. And I spend a lot of time with technology. They aren't related, but yes, I do spend more time with technology than building stronger bonds with my friends and family. You ever defended someone that you know you shouldn't have? Yeah. Well, no, that I shouldn't have, like, morally. But, like, they were innocent, so I defended them anyway? I don't know if that's what it meant, but that's what I'm going to take it as. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? If I know that I'm wrong, no. But if I am wrong, and I just don't know it, I'll argue, like, all damn day. But if I'm admitting that I'm wrong, then we're in a situation where I fact-checked myself and I know that I'm wrong. So, in that situation, no. I usually admit it at that point. Do you ever place the blame for your own personal failures on someone or something else? No. No, I own up to my many, many, many failures. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? No. I don't like to do things without evidence like that. Do things like that without evidence. God fucking damn it. Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? What do you mean, whom I know I shouldn't have? You mean like helping somebody cheat? Because no, I've never done that. I've never been type for that. You ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? What are you talking about, sir? What are you implying? Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually. I did that once in high school. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Yes. You ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? No. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? I think so. Oh, was it acquiring it because you were putting in the face of somebody else who wanted it? Just out of spite? Because I've never done that, no. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? I like to keep expectations of me pretty damn low so that I don't disappoint. If you expect nothing, then anything will surprise you. You ever walked out on someone's life without any explanation? No. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have, rather than being grateful for what you do have? Not really, no. See, I am grateful for what I do have every second of every day. I spend equal amounts of time on thinking of the negatives and how grateful I am for my positives. I would say no, I do not. You ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? No. I have a hero complex, my sir. Do you feel like you're a good person? Yes. If I looked into my past, if you asked if I feel like I have always been a good person, I would have to say no. But with how much I've tried, how much I've bettered myself, and how I carry myself through my day-to-day life, I will say that I think I am a good person. Very interesting. That concludes the ending to your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully. Now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. Watch the next line be, "You're an asshole." I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. For what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me, in return I will share with you. This is what I see. Well, this is as clear as day. There's a big place to life's grand puzzle that you are missing on a daily basis. There are bridges in your life that have been collapsed, either by your own doing or by someone else, but either way it has affected you more than you may realize. Judging from the looks of things, you really need to reach out to someone who you haven't spoken to in a long time. Doesn't matter how the conversation will end up going, it doesn't matter if it will be boring, pleasant, or painful. Whatever matters most is that you spend the time having this conversation with them, because there's something very valuable that you're going to learn by talking to them. You're going to get a certain feeling, a certain emotion. Focus not on what they say, but how they make you feel. That emotion is the key to your next step in life. Take a little bit of time out of your day to get in contact. You'll be very thankful that you did. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is solace. Remember this word. This will come in handy. If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous examinations, remember we did not ask you your secret words prior to taking this test. So that should be very telling. It means something very special, and if your result was the same as something you got previously, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means that you've got multiple layers of things to work on in your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality, but only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions, you've found deeper meanings. You've been enlightened and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered just what the series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen. The one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel so flawed. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other, and are judged ourselves, by our peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. And that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time, and any one of us can fall in the hardest times of our lives in any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We're all flawed because we're all human. We're all scared because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of the secret words that have been gathered that match yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you would wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and reach out to those who are there. Reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they've spread. We've read how many people say that their lives are forever changed, and I'll tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you helped spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they just don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are. They're too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Studios would like to thank you for not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game, so that the world knows of your good deeds and spreading the word in participation, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so, future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project that we've been working on. That's not the good part. We will also be going through and selecting names from those who in the comments of all of our titles and putting their name to right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item or a piece of the lore, or a character named after them, and much more. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a vital role in our new project. You'll plug your secret words in different parts of your journey and when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set to your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future of our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline, and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. Chasing Demons. I will be playing that. You helped shape it. You helped make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left on our titles all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all of our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, and everything you continue to do for the world. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you to be included in future projects which we are currently working on. Don't be afraid, this is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. And then the credits again. God damn. A word from the developers. If any of these games even save one life, it was all worth it. And that means that you're a part of that. You're a part of saving someone's life. Most people will live their entire lives never having done something special like that. Even if you didn't particularly find anything useful yourself from the test series, just by spreading the word you've helped others to do with something beneficial to the series who really needs help in time of need, showing the plethora of positive inspirational comments left to the series as a whole. Thank you for spreading the word and helping so many people who truly, truly need it. Some will go to their entire lives living selfishly, never lifting a finger to help somebody else unless it personally benefits themselves. I'm sure you've met some people like that in your lifetime, and that's okay. There's a place for all types of people in the world. We need people like that to create balance. We need the selfish with the selfless. We need the good to the bad. We need it all in order to appreciate what we have and what we don't have. These games have helped people, and that means you've helped people. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words people have left in the rest of the world to see. Look at the joy and positivity you've helped spread through the world in such a dark, dark time. when people are sick and dying. People are separated from both difference and indifference. The one thing that we all have is we're all human inside. In the end, we're human. We all feel. We all have the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same emotions. Each one of the person living among us has their own lives. I can't read that fast. They mean something to someone, even when they don't feel like it. They do. Trust me, you do. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for encouraging other people to be a part of this. Thank you for spreading something so uniting in such a divisive world. Thank you for opening up your heart and your mind in order to create acceptance, not only for everyone else, but for yourself as well. Even in our differences, we aren't so different after all. And we're in this world together. Let's make it a happy stay for everyone. I'm sorry for every word out of that I missed. I'm so sorry. Keep hold of your secret words. You're going to need them for when you're chasing demons. Whew. Destiny. I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. She loves me. Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me. Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. Gah. She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. There's the credits, goddamn. I'm very much looking forward to chasing demons. But damn, that fucking hit me in the feels, goddammit. Whew. Thank you, and we wish you have a wonderful day. Until next time, Random Studios. Okay, this time, I'm going to do my outro first, and then I'm going to let the credits roll till the end. Because holy shit. I might need to emotionally recover for a while, but I'll probably be playing Darksiders 2 tomorrow. I can't really guarantee anything, I'm not a psychic. But, whatever I do tomorrow, regardless of anything else, you will see me in the next one. Bye-bye. I'll let them go now.